What up? What up? What up, good people? We back. We back. We're here again to talk about some good old WWE fun. And of course, my man Medic Grizz is back in the building. You know what I'm saying? What up, D?
What's going on, B? How you feeling today?
Chilling, chilling. And we brought our boy KT back. What up, Kev?
What's going on? What's going on? Pleasure to be here, fellas. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah,
Chilling,
I gotta say
chilling.
this. Fans. If y'all don't know this, y'all know how me and Real get. But like seeing me and Kev on the same pod is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
feelings and
definitely.
emotions.
It definitely is.
I can't. This is gonna be ladies.
I told him before we started that I'm just here for the ride for this one.
Nah.
I'm just a bystander in this conversation.
This guy trying to cancel himself out already. Y'all trying to be a pedestrian. Nah, you in the streets, homie.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe. Ghost Speed Network. We are growing every day. WWE every once in a while has these major events. They're majors of people that love wrestling. Me, like Rail's new, Kev is a veteran. Saturday night main event. Old school wrestling, but in a modern day twist. Almost like a pop-up show where titles can happen, things can happen. Matches may be longer because only a limited amount of matches. So we are bringing this to you guys as a preview of tonight, 8 p.m. on Peacock. If you have it, please watch it. We have predictions of some of the matches. We're going to post this before the matches happen and let you guys know how we feel about what's going to happen.
I'm gonna just let y'all know I'm going 5 for 5.
What? Oh, we got okay. I like that one. Yo, right, matter of fact,
you know what that sounds like? You know what that sounds like? If you're that confident for a 5 for 5, we need a recap after the show.
I like that idea too. I really, really do.
Look, so, I'm about to be.
You're trying to be a pedestrian and make bets.
Right. I'm about to be picking like them people that never do the fantasy football before, and they just like, I like that jersey right there. Let me get this person.
So Kev,
somebody's parlay.
So Kevin, your personal opinion, bro. There's 5 matches tonight. Before the show popped off, you mentioned who you thought, if they were smart, who should be the headliner. I don't know who the headliner is, but we're gonna go off of your instincts. Who you got in the first match?
First match. Well, first let's let them know if they don't know in regards to what are the matches tonight.
Yes.
I believe there's a total of 5 matches total. You have you have Jey Uso, Captain Yeet versus the Ring General Gunther. You have Rhea Ripley. You have Nia Jax. You have Braun Breaker. You have Sheamus. You have Cody Rhodes. You have Kevin Owens. And then this is going to be my sleeper match because I am a big fan of this individual. You have the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman.
I am King Kong and Godzilla.
Right. You ain't neither because I'm both. Yo, I got so thrown up. That promo was so raw, so authentic, so he's a star. He's a star. But to your question, I believe the best way to start the night off, Saturday night main event, why not start off with a main event fight? I'm thinking Intercontinental title match, Sheamus versus Braun Breaker. Why not?
So I actually think it should be a different one. Only because the hype that he gets going right off the rip. I might have to go Gunther Jey Uso first.
Wow.
Because Jey Uso is going to get the crowd going from the get-go.
Facts.
So why not have him on 100 straight from jump? Like we seen it the last Raw episode. This dude came out and everybody in the stadium was doing that little yeet joint. Even the announcer was up there doing it. Right. So I'm thinking they have to go first.
Okay. So I have no fight in this pony. So we're not getting involved in that at all. I want to see. We're gonna go with who do you have winning the matches? Since Ray, you want to go 5 for 5. Let's go with you first. Let's pick your match first. Then you're gonna hit Kevin's match, and you're gonna keep going from there. So in the first match, if we were to have that championship match first, who's walking out with the title, bro?
Okay, so thinking of wrestling wise, it should be Gunther.
Okay.
Thinking of popularity wise, Jey Uso has to win.
So who you pick?
Like if Jey Uso wins and it's the first match, your pay-per-view is set from there. Like everything after that is going 10 times even higher, even if he wins. Like it's gonna go crazy if they go first. But if he wins, it's gonna go 10 times that for the rest of the whole show. I don't care what happened. Like Rhea Ripley can come out next and do like a 10-second pin, and they'll still be hype off of that first match.
Wow.
But I feel like excuse me. But I think because I was sitting there watching the Monday Night Raw joint when he came out and started talking, and I was like, yo, you cannot let this dude Gunther come out here and talk about you and you not punch him in the face. so even though Gunther was the first one to do it, I wish Jay would have been the first one to do it, and I feel like he would have took him more seriously. But he did fire back, so I feel like he might be able to sneak out one. So I think I'm going with Jay on that one.
My counter before we get into it: if that's not the first match, are you still picking Jay? Because right now I need your definitive answer. No matter his first match, last match, who are you picking to win this bout? No matter what,
I'm gonna have to say Jay.
Okay.
And I feel like it's not even going to be like a because he's just beating the mess out of him. It might be like one of them wins how he had with Drew not too long ago, where he snuck and kind of pinned him on a sneak tip.
What you got, bro? What you got, Kev? He's making some good points. I can't lie. He's making some valid points, especially if it was the opening one. The opening thing got me because really Rhea could come out and do a squash match, and we probably wouldn't care.
Right.
If that was it. But we're just saying if it's not. We don't know. But
like I feel like if that happens and he wins, like that'll carry you for 2 matches, no matter what happens.
I agree. In regards to the momentum that Jay has right now, he is definitely a fan favorite. Gunther is the Raw champion. I believe he's the world champion, world heavyweight champion.
Yep.
So, just the notoriety within that match carries a lot. I wonder though, with the pressure of being the first match, and this may sound a little blasphemous, but I'm just trying to think ahead. Would it be too much too soon? Not in regards to the 2 superstars, but like just in regards to like your overall show. Do you want to put one of your main heavyweight title fights first? Now, if you feel as though there might be, the rest of the show might fizz out a little bit, I understand. But at the same time, like this is the world heavyweight championship. Same thing with the universal championship. So to go first, to open the show before the fans fully get in their seat, they're in the popcorn. Somebody has to lead somebody down to the aisle. There's some little kid standing in the seat. Some guy who ain't supposed to be sitting there, but he's sitting there. We've been to sporting events. We've seen it happen. So I wonder, but it's not a bad pick. Like I said, I picked Braun and Sheamus to go, but we're gonna go with Rel's 5 for 5 because I'm gonna hold him to that perfect card, that perfect prediction.
The perfect card. So right now,
yeah.
Who you picking between that world championship match, and then we're gonna go into your match next?
Okay. I'm going to be on the opposing side, just looking at this from a standpoint of just the title itself and how it's been presented, how it's been carried so far, I'm going to say Gunther, but I agree with Rel that we're getting to a point, and me and Grizz, we spoke about this. It's getting to a point where Jay needs to win. All this hype and having him being super over, it has to pay out some way. He had the Intercontinental title from Braun to hold it every bit of a hot second. I think his title reign was seriously. I think his title reign was shorter than Finn Balor's title reign as the undisputed champion. Like it was real, flash in the pan, quick.
Why you do that to me, bro? Why you bring the demon? Why you bring the demon like that? For people who don't know what Finn is,
Because he got exercise.
I thought you and I were friends, Joe. Go ahead,
We
man.
are.
Go ahead,
It's
bro.
just facts of fact. But I'm going to go with Gunther in
Okay.
a very, very close match.
Okay. D.
I think Gunther's underestimating Jay.
Personally, I agree with everything y'all said. Both sides. I see both sides of the coin. But earlier I told you, Kev, if you don't do it now, let's just think about it moving forward. Your WrestleMania opponents may not be there, but occupants we already know. The main event. This is the World Championship, okay? So that means it has to be one of your main event nights. It has to be one of your last top two matches, right? So we know Roman's going to be a part of one of them. We know Cena and Punk is probably going to be a part of one of them. We know Cody is probably going to be a part of one of them. So those four people right there, and there's two belts. If you don't want to say Cena, we'll say the Royal Rumble winner has to be a part of it. So that's one spot. Roman has next spot, right? So Cody has that other spot. So we have one more spot for another championship opponent or champion to take that spot if we did a singles competition match. It can be something else later on. But if it's a singles competition match, 3 of those spots are taken. And if you add the Drew potential, I don't think Steph's going to be main event this time. But if you add someone, there's other people that could potentially take this spot that will overshadow Name and Vegas. So Jay would have to win tonight. Because if he does not win tonight, he is going to be another LA Knight story where we were anticipating him to win and it never happened. And then once he does get his title back, like right now, no one cared that LA Knight lost his title to on a random pay-per-view randomly. No one cared anymore because this buzz kind of fizzled out. The Bloodline saga is over. There is no, I could bring him back up and let JBJ. If he does not do it now, it's eventually going to fizzle out.
Right.
I think Gunther can bounce back no matter what. I think he still has never been a face. Like, he can always bounce back and work with anybody and make it look very well, no matter how you put it. Even if he loses, it's not a big L to him because he's been winning his whole entire time from the United Kingdom Championship to the NXT. Like, he's always won. He's never been as popular as Jay is now. So if you want to ride this wave to WrestleMania or Elimination Chamber, you need someone that's going to be able to do it that's not a part of Steph or of the old heads, in my opinion. So I would like to see Jay win. And that's why.
Okay. All right.
Because if you don't do it now, you want to give him a WrestleMania moment? Or are you really going to give him a WrestleMania moment?
Yeah, I was about to say, if he don't do it now, it might be.
Because if he
done
wins the title now, then you have him versus Roman at WrestleMania.
Oh, I don't like that.
You don't like it. But then who is Roman going to fight? It's not going to be Cody. Did that twice? Huh?
Rock.
Rock is, I personally think he took himself out of the game off of what he did. I think he took himself out of the game this whole maybe next year. But this year, I don't think he's going to be in WrestleMania matches. I don't. Because what's the point of the first Netflix thing doing what you did? If you want to play a heel thing, you could attack Roman at the end or kept it all follow for yourself. You didn't do any of that. You just washed your hands, and plus you praised Cody on national television or on a live streaming network. There was no angle for you. It's almost like you're just being corporate right now. I would love for it to be The Rock, but I don't see The Rock competing this year.
Yeah, I'm very curious as to where the
Mhm.
bloodline story goes. I know it's been fizzled out. Solo is on a hiatus. One of the Tongas is injured still.
Yes,
Um,
I think it's done.
I wonder. Like I'm trying to think ahead now because like you got me thinking if WrestleMania ends up being 2 nights like it was
Yes.
before,
Hmm.
what would the matches be? Who would be on night one as the headliner? Who would be on night two as the headliner? And then, I was thinking, okay, if
Hmm.
Jay does get the title, then I guess he would be on night one because usually night two is for the super mega stars.
Which will
And
be
I'd
Cody
almost, yeah,
and all them.
yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, I almost opened my mouth when you said Cena versus Punk at WrestleMania.
Why? Think about the Rumble. The Rumble winner is going to be a part of night one or night two. But if they're going to focus and they're going to say that the Universal title is the most important title, that means the Rumble winner is going to be with that. Jay's not going to be a part of that picture. He's only a part of the second belt, the World Heavyweight Championship, which would be night one. And if Gunther was to win, who's going to face Gunther for the championship? There is no other opponent. Versus Jay, it opens the door for everybody to come through from the bloodline from the past. If Sammy wins the Rumble, oh, it's a storyline right there.
Mm.
If anybody wins the Rumble, it doesn't have to be for Cody's belt. It can be for Jay's belt because of all the ties with the bloodline.
You know what? I'm rolling. I'm
That's
still
my
picking Gunther, but I'm rolling because it's making a lot more sense now in regards to they haven't built anybody else up
no.
to face Gunther. So, Drew is in this feud with Seth and CM
Mm-hmm.
Punk still. So like, yeah, Gunther's kind of out there on his own. Prieston went to SmackDown.
Yep.
So yeah, so there's really isn't nobody out.
You got
Oh, this
1
is
month.
terrible.
You
This is
have 1
terrible
month.
story writing.
It is. You have
Yeah, this
1
is
month.
terrible.
The only thing that will happen is if the Dragon comes back. If Dragon comes back from his ACL injury, and he comes back, the one he fought Gunther and he tore his ACL, if he comes back from WrestleMania, then you have a pop. But if you don't have him, remember you don't have him, you have no one else.
Dragunov?
NXT champion, I can remember he tore his ACL. NXT champion, I might say his name wrong. He's short. He throws elbows all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah. Ivan Dragunov.
Yeah, Dragon. If he comes back, that's the only person for Gunther because he injured himself while he was wrestling him. That's it. There's no one else.
The legend killer.
But I think him and Cody have a storyline coming because of their history.
All right.
That's
So
my
All right,
opinion.
let's keep going. Let's keep going.
It's my
Let's
yeah, I was
keep
opinion.
about to
going.
say
That's my opinion. That's all it is.
that's why we got both of y'all into this wrestling
It could happen
podcast.
that way.
So we're gonna go to your match that you say is gonna open, which was the Braun Breaker versus Sheamus.
Hmm.
So we can start you off with that, Kev. Who do you think winning that one?
I'm going with Braun Breaker.
Okay.
Like undeniably. They have already had a couple of matches.
Yeah.
There's been fatal three ways with the guy Ludwig Kaiser, Sheamus, and Braun. There's been a one-on-one with Sheamus and Braun. Ludwig interfered. There's been a one-on-one with Braun and Sheamus without the title. There's been a one-on-one with Ludwig and Braun. Like some of these matches sometimes turn into a rinse and repeat. And at this point with Braun, because you just got done taking the title off of him before to give Jay the extra pop. So at this point, Braun needs to hold this title unless we're going to move him up to heavyweight, then he can face Gunther.
I
But
like
if
that.
we're not doing that, Braun needs to keep the title. I'm going with Braun. Sorry, Sheamus.
Okay.
It's time. You got to step to the side. It's time for the new talent. You got to step aside.
D, what you got going on there?
I like you, Kev. I like you a lot. I wish you were
I
a
appreciate
writer.
it.
I wish you were a writer for them because you just made 1,000% a lot of sense. I'm just thinking of time and Sheamus 5 years ago was the headliner for a main event for WrestleMania. There's no European matches in between WrestleMania and now besides the Canadian show. I think Sheamus wins tonight, completes his overall round robin of having every belt. The last only belt he's never had was this title belt. He gets that, then he rides off into the sunset, like almost to the point where anybody can beat him to get the belt. It doesn't have to be Braun, or Braun can get it back in the Elimination Chamber. But this is the one moment where he can get it. If there was going to be a title change tonight, this will be the one that would change. If we're going to say both heavyweight championships were to stay the same. I know I want Jay to win, but if you want to keep the belts on the people they have and ride sunset, and if there was going to be a belt to change, I think it'd be this one. Sheamus gets it, and then that storyline ends. I know you hate it, but he's always mentioned that he basically came back for this one moment. You're not going to give him that moment of WrestleMania and kill Braun going to next year.
Okay.
Right.
So,
in my opinion,
listening to both, right? Listening to both. I'm going to just throw this out here because it's going to be crazy. So, let's say, well, I'll just say who I want to win first. I want Braun to win.
Okay.
But listening to what Kevin was saying in the history line of the matches, I can almost see Ludwig coming out and messing it up for Braun and Sheamus winning. And then, like D said, he rides off into the sunset, getting every single belt, which he will lose at whatever next pay-per-view. But
no matter then.
yeah, I can see Ludwig making an appearance and messing that match up for Braun.
You know what? You know what also would be dope?
What's that?
Because Grizz, you brought it up. Dragunov. Remember, Braun had a real beef with Ricochet and Dragunov. So Dragunov could come back tonight and cost Braun the title, and it goes to Sheamus.
People
and
don't
we're thinking about good storytelling.
Yes. I would love people
that
understand
could
how
happen.
great the Dragon was. Like that man right there. Like people love Gunther. I get it. The Dragon was like that psycho kid that you let loose in the store. That's what that man was right there. He was insane and doing elbows and punches. It doesn't matter who you are, how big you are. His aura and essence was like, yo, I'm cool, bro. I don't want to fight you. Like, you go about your business. I'm over here. I would love that, Kev. If that happened, you might see me get out my seat like, yo, this is crazy. But I don't know how his ACL is. Like, you know how modern medicine now, people popping up ACL like it's no big deal.
Right.
I just don't know. That'd be hot.
So
but I do believe it, bro.
I want Braun to win, but for some reason, I feel like somebody's going to mess it up for him. I think so. Sheamus is going to end up winning.
All right, on your picks too, bro. I don't want what you got so far. You got Sheamus, and you got Jay. Who you got winning championship?
Huh? Sheamus and Jay.
All right, we got to get your
5 changes tonight.
Okay, we're gonna write all this down. So
2 changes tonight.
I'm thinking about it more and more. I don't like that. I understand if it happens, but I don't like that because then it goes on Braun. Like you done lost this title twice in a 2-month span almost.
Right.
To 2 different people. Like that can't like put you in heavyweight contention.
Like you said, though, that could play into him going for the world heavyweight.
I don't respect it.
I can't do this, so
I don't respect it. You're not about to just lose. You're not about to lose a title, and no disrespect to the champions who came beforehand who held the IC title, but you're not going to drop somewhat of a lesser title and then move up just for Sheamus to ride into the sunset. I'm not buying it. Okay. I'm not with it. I'm not jacking that.
Here's my issue with Braun having a title. I don't think he should ever get the title back. And here's my reason why. I think Braun is on the same level, if not higher, than Dom Mysterio.
You say it. Okay. I thought you were about to say Brock Lesnar or something.
Dom does not need a title to have a crowd reaction or to move the needle, good or bad. Reactions are good, and no matter what you get, good or bad. Dom can walk out and literally have everyone go freaking crazy, and he has no strap on him. You put a strap on him, it's like, okay, I'm still getting the same reaction. I feel like Braun's speed, athleticism, and what he does is what makes people ooh and ah, because there's power with him. He didn't need one. Putting the belt on him was what? Like a Band-Aid for his character? You could have put him at any spot. I think they just kind of like Oh, he pulled trigger too fast. Jay could have still had that title, and we would never have to worry about main event Jay doing anything with the World Championship. You could have left the IC title back in the day, went through the Rock, Triple H, back and forth before you ever seen them in the World Championship. So they actually valued their rivalry when they were mid-class to high. If you don't have that mid-class rivalry, it kind of feels forced in the heavyweight picture. Versus, we've been battling this the entire time. Like when Melo and Trick eventually crossed paths again, people who watched NXT and saw how they were originally a tag team, they're going to be like, this is like long storytelling. This is going to they're going to love this. I think
full circle.
Yeah, they should have went back and forth when the whole battling and not taking the belt off that. So y'all two pick y'all picks on what the starting match should be. Are we all in agreement that Cody's going to finish it? That Cody and them is going to be the main event?
Yeah.
We agree with that or no?
I think so.
Yeah, we have to because Shawn Michaels is there. So yeah,
exactly. It's Texas.
Yeah,
it's Texas.
Yeah, there's no way.
Okay,
we're going to bring Shawn Michaels out to be like the special guest referee or the person to hang the belt at the top and
then have another match after.
No. So we're going to close the night out with that. He has to have his own opening entrance. He got to come in there for at least 5 minutes. Do the you gotta do the whole shebang.
And
so that's definitely
that's my point on why. And you made a good point about fans finding seats and sitting down. People trying to find the streaming station to turn on.
Yeah, but they always talk at the beginning.
I know, and that's the reason why I think the girls are going to open the match. I think the girls are going to open tonight. And I'm not against girl wrestling at all. But it's 5 matches, what we think it is from what we're seeing. You're not opening. I don't think it would open with the Werewolf and Braun. You wouldn't do that for your first match.
Yeah, I couldn't see that.
There's too much hype on him. You can't.
That's what I mean. So if you were to have a moment, and if you don't do, it's only me. It's only if you don't do your Intercontinental title first, which makes sense, and also your original pop of having Jay. I get it. So if I were to have a third piece in that at the end, I don't think the girls will be the opening match. But if they're not opening match, my prediction of the girls is I think Rhea having the moment with the Undertaker tells me she's not dropping the title anytime soon, no matter what, no matter how you slice it. As much as you may want to see her, I think she's going to be the new badass of women. She's already been it for a long time. I don't think she needed the Undertaker to be there. She was already popular. I just don't feel she's going to lose title until Mania. I feel like she's going to have it, and she's going to have her run. And no matter what Nia Jax does or anybody, I think she might go down to mid-card eventually, like Nia Jax and that kind of title for women. I can see her fizzling to that phase, but I don't see anybody being Rhea besides Charlotte Flair. I think Charlotte Flair is the only person, because you can't say Bianca, because Bianca's
Where's my boo button?
I know.
I got a boo button. Did y'all hear that?
No, but I get it though. I get it. But if you look at the landscape of women wrestling, Bianca Belair is probably going to be with Jade, and they're like whole feud with the tag team championship when they lose the belts, or that whole thing happened when Jade comes back. She's not going to pop over here for a Rhea match. She's going to be focused on that feud with Jade. It is what it is. When Naomi and Jade, that's going to be an eyesore for a long time. Then you pop over here, the young girls from NXT popping up. None of them are going to go from right there to being a champion. Bayley's having her back and forth NXT champion. She's doing her thing. Who else is actually a main star for WrestleMania with girls wrestling, women's wrestling? Who else you got? Charlotte's the only one.
That sucks.
Unless you're not going to bring back, like, I understand that, but she's the only one that would come entrance music drop, and you would get a buzz for a WrestleMania or a Rumble match. There's no one else.
Yeah.
So by default,
we've done this before, though.
I know, but by default, you're gonna give Nia the belt, and then what happens at the Rumble? Charlotte comes back.
I feel like that wouldn't be an exciting title hold.
By Undertaker coming out and giving her like the acknowledgement that she's the American badass, she's not losing her belt. That's why when Rel said it could be a squash match, no one cares. I can see that happening.
Well, yeah, they're going to squash Nia. Like I predict this match to be every bit of 10 minutes long.
Yeah, I would have timed it so bad.
I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
I'm going with
This is going
Rhea
to be a
Ripley
10-minute
too.
match.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Rhea Ripley too, just because she did like she had that moment with the Undertaker. Like she just had that moment, and I feel like you said, there's really nobody else to like. You almost have to create another person
Yep.
to put on that stage up against her. So that's where like the Royal Rumble winner could come into play.
That's it. There's nobody else,
Yeah.
bro.
Because then you can be like, oh, that Royal Rumble winner came from nowhere, blah, blah, blah. Now she can go try to take the belt from
I
Rhea.
can't think of her name right now, but the lady from TNA, she's muscle. She's almost like she's built. She's what's her name? Blonde hair. She popped every once in a while at NXT. With the merger now with TNA, I think she's gonna win the Rumble. I really do think she's gonna win the Rumble. I can't think of her name. She
I
wears
didn't know who you're talking about. She like she like an extra from the Legion of Doom.
yeah. I wouldn't go that. Yes, but yes, I did.
She looks like it. Oh, what a rush. She looks like it. She looks like it.
I can't think of her name right now to save my life. But I think she's gonna win the Royal Rumble, and then I can see her facing Rhea because it'd be powerhouse with powerhouse. But right now, Nia Jax versus her's not gonna do anything.
Right.
You need Rhea to hold the
I mean,
strap
she
until
could
WrestleMania.
always. Yeah, I mean, Rhea could always face what's the girl? Rodriguez, who's with Liv. She could always face wow, you really gotta start breaking down this women's division.
You can't because they're
Right.
not gonna redo Liv again because Liv is
But
that's a different thing. Liv
that's
is
the thing, though.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like Rhea keep the belt, though, because it seems like you can put her up against more people, and it would be an interesting match than saying those other people and Nia Jax.
Yeah.
Like, how does that even sound?
that's just my personal. I can't
Yeah.
think of her name right now. It's driving me crazy.
I mean, I am going with Rhea though.
I bet. So
Rhea
we
for
both
sure.
right going to Rhea going down.
Yes.
Is it Grace?
Yeah.
Is her last name Grace? It might be Grace. I think her last name's I can't think of her name right now. But anyway, so we got that down pat. So
now it's the match of monsters. You got
This is
ain't his nickname the
cliche.
Monster Amongst Men, Braun?
Nah, it's one big SOB now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't like I swear to y'all at times, man, this creative, the people who come up with these names and character depictions, like, oh my gosh.
I was about to say, because I could have swore the flyer had the Monster Among Men.
Well, yeah.
That was his old catchphrase. Everyone still called him that. But you said
you're going to get these hands.
So
I hate. Oh my gosh! Whoever writes for Braun Strowman needs to be fired immediately, expeditiously. I've never seen such lazy creative for a person.
So I want to hear y'all to pick for this first, because I know Kev, you hype on this Jacob Fatu.
You're not. You're not. Wait, hold on. You're not hype on this?
I've never seen him yet.
Okay. You will see him tonight.
I haven't seen him
see
yet.
Something. Okay, got you.
So that's why I want to see y'all reaction to it first, because I haven't actually watched one. He's new. Yet.
He's new. So he didn't see actually like War Games. He didn't see like my man actually came through and jumped off the middle rope, went to the top rope to the moonsault, and like he didn't see all that yet. So
I haven't seen it.
So you haven't seen him do the crossbody that just blows people out the way? Like, all right,
bro. I only hear the hype and excitement in y'all voice when y'all bring his name up.
Kev, lead the way, please, because I got something to say. You ain't gonna like Kev. You're not gonna like it.
I have more to say too, because I'm tired of Braun Strowman with his fake Hulkamania, want to rip the shirt off each and every time. I don't know who bought these Hanes. They're not even the Gillians. You know how you get the Gildan white tees and stuff from like Gabe's and what's that store? City Trends. You know what I'm talking about, Rel. You from Baltimore. Like, yo, like you just sitting here, just
City
this
Trend
easy
shirts.
rip. You got this like 2% cotton shirt.
My man got the gas station, the gas station wife beaters.
Yo, he got the
Oh,
2003 and my white t-shirts on, man. Like, oh my gosh, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. I'm so tired of him. I'm so tired of him. Anyhow, um, I'm going with the Samoan werewolf,
oh man.
the walking freak of nature, one of the most athletic big men who has actually hit WWE in a while, not taking nothing away from your Bobby Lashley's, your Brock Lesnar's, um, even like nowadays, somewhat like your Drew McIntyre, but Jacob Fatu poses a whole new problem. Like, you remember like back in the day when and I just caught the image in my head. But when Brock tried to do the moonsault or
And
the
he but
backflip moonsault
yeah,
on I think it was
yes,
Kurt Angle and it botched and he hurt his
yes.
neck.
He never did it
Now
again.
imagine somebody that ferocious, that athletic, pulling it off without a hitch multiple times in a match from anywhere.
Okay.
So, for people who don't know wrestling, that's fine. I'm happy you're here. For those who love basketball, what Jacob is, what he presents physically, Dwight Howard was never the tallest person in the league. He's only was like pushing 7 foot, but his ferocious and power and dunking and how he would just dunk on everyone, and it seemed like it was not even fair. He's not Shaq level yet because I think Jacob has that next level to get there. So I can't call him Shaq yet. But far as like coming in the league and I'm just destroying everyone, there was like, yo, who's this person? And why is he built like that? What's going on? He shouldn't move like that. That's who Jacob is. And you're now seeing his voice. You're actually hearing what he says now. On top of that, what you're gonna get him a new level to make him to the Duncans and the Shaqs of the world, the Bill Russ. Like he's gonna be at a level that no one's ever even going to. He might surpass The Rock when it's all said and done. I said it right now. I just
Ooh.
I said it.
He said
Jacob,
past the Rock, not even Roman.
because The
This
Rock.
leapfrog Roman.
No, Roman. I have Roman above Rock, and I'll tell you later. We have another debate about that one.
I do too.
I feel The Rock never. He's just now in his final boss mode of playing on the villain side, and some people love the dark side more than like the happy side. There's some people who can walk both sides. Blade, for instance, in comic book. Venom, for instance, are they good? Are they bad? We just love them. We don't care. Deadpool, we just love them. We don't care. We just want to see chaos,
Wolverine.
destruction. Exactly. We don't care. That's what Jacob is. Jacob is the juggernaut that's coming and everyone get out the freaking way. And Braun is the definition of a guinea pig. And his character has been going downhill. His hair, I have no hair. If you ever seen Braun a couple years ago, you would think he was the man. When he left and came back, he has nothing about him that gives me anything.
Bro, I'm actually looking at the picture as you speak about his hair, and he does have the LeBron going on.
I'm being real. I don't know what's going on with
Sorry,
him.
Kev.
I don't know what's going on with him. But not attacking him. He's still an incredible thing. But as far as like matchup,
That thing is back
as
there,
like,
bro.
who he-
We gotta keep the LeBron slander to a minimum.
well, we're not gonna do that. LeBron's the GOAT.
I'm sorry.
He's the second GOAT. He's not the first. He's the second GOAT. But I think it's just gonna be a walkthrough. But I don't think there's gonna be any momentum or anything that Braun can do. It's gonna be a wreck train, and it's gonna be bad.
Okay, so
Jacob will be the next Goldberg. As far as he's not gonna lose again until Middle SummerSlam maybe. I'm
So
SummerSlam.
okay, so hear me out, because this might actually put another stamp on my first match of who should be the first match.
If you say Braun's winning this, I'm done with this conversation.
No, I'm not saying that.
I'm about to say, if you say Brown's gonna win, your bracket's busted.
No. I'm definitely not saying that, because I can hear once you did that Dwight comparison,
That's who he is.
it makes total sense now.
Yeah.
Now I see why you're like y'all two are so hype about it, because it's like, okay, all right, I get that. So
like a
I
little
am
grown
gonna
man
say
with little behind
Jacob.
kids.
I'm gonna go Jacob too, but I was saying that might be another reason why they might have to start with the Jey Uso match, because either Rhea match is going to be kind of a slouch, and then if y'all saying Jacob is just going to mollywop the mess out of Braun, that's the two matches that can follow that match, and everybody would still be okay.
You make your point on that, but I there's no way they make Jacob first or Jacob. Jacob has to be like commercial break. Jacob's next. Get your stuff
He has
together.
He has to be middle of the card.
But that's what point. His point is about following that whole thing.
All right, so after we finish this next match with Cody and KO, I'll give you what I think might be the lineup.
All right, cool.
As far
that
as
works.
match order.
Okay.
All right, that's cool. Let's finish going
So
to the
we all
match,
got-
because
we all got
I'm
Jacob.
thinking about it now, and the lineup.
Yeah,
my lineup
Jacob
has
is
changed.
definitely gonna win.
Right, cool.
Yeah, that Dwight Howard thing made me a fan of Jacob already.
Yo, when he starts talking,
without even seeing the match.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
That comparison alone made it that much more real. Like, okay, now I get why y'all so hyped.
Yeah, like you remember like Dwight used to be dunking and like swatting stuff to the bleachers with a smile on his face.
Right.
That was the scary part. He's not like the typical big ass where it was like, like, no, he's demolishing you and he's smiling. He's finding joy and pleasure out of every elbow, every dunk, every charge you thought you was going to get. Boop, nope, defensive. Boop, nope, you're just on your pocket.
Before we get to his last match, Kevin, please. I said Kevin. This is how serious I'm about to say right now. Okay.
Oh man, the full gov.
Name the last newcomer. Because Jacob is a definition of a newcomer. He did not come up on NXT. He is a newcomer who's had this much freedom on the mic at this short of a time, and there is no censor, there is no pre-recorded. This is live.
Shout out to The Rock. Shout out to the Onawahi family.
Tyrell, this does not happen, bro. They do not let people just cut promos because you don't know what they're gonna say. They're gonna get scared, or they do like the one that's already video and then they show it. This is a live one, and this man's just saying what he want to say off the top of the dome. He's freestyling this, and they're letting him do it. That's how much momentum this man has grabbed. He's already doing it. Get out of his way.
Like I said, you had me at the
Let me give you another picture.
Let's
keep it the basketball. Let me give you another, let me paint another picture for you in regards to how, over the top, how talented, how much of an impact that Jacob is making. Before the Miami days with LeBron, Cleveland, remember when he came into the league and he could almost pretty much do no wrong?
We didn't care. We just loved him no matter what he was.
Jacob hasn't done you. I'm glued to the TV. I'm waiting for Bloodline segments. I'm waiting for him to say anything. I love you, Solo. Whatever he says, I'm there. I'm there.
Crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's
in
like
regards to your question, Grizz, give me a minute. I'll let you finish what you're about to say, because I really got to think about that. I really don't think anybody has just came into the industry or into the WWE full blast and had this much impact and
That's fast.
freedom. Like not from NXT, not from AEW, not from WCW, not from New Japan, not from anywhere other platform. Just fresh, hit the stage, get in the ring. People are automatically drawn to the character, to persona. Because before he didn't really speak that much.
Mm-mm.
He kind of did a little bit of the solo thing where you're the quiet muscle. Oh, but once he started speaking, once he started wrestling, once he showed his character and his personality
Over.
to the moon.
Over.
I
As
can even
great.
predict how this match is going to go.
As
There's only
great.
so many things you can be
Yeah.
able to go. There's only so many things going to happen in this match. You're going to get Braun's freight train, his little run around the ring and do the little shoulder bump or whatever.
Mhm.
And you might get a power slam or two, but Jacob's going to bounce right. Matter of fact, did y'all see Friday how, Braun clotheslined him out the ring and the camera kind of panned, but Jacob stood right there? He didn't fall onto the ground and then Tama Tonga had to pick him up. No, he landed on his feet and he looked up.
Yes.
Like, that's it.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
then Tama Tonga grabbed him and pulled him down. It was go time. Now, mind you, before that, remember, before the clothesline out the ring, he jumped to I guess to leap onto Braun to do whatever attack, however
Mhm.
it was going to end up, but he missed and then hit the ring post, the little smack,
Mhm.
and then the clothesline bounced right back. Randy Orton hit his signature DDT from the rope, met him, got right up. Everybody who has done something to him that usually puts an opponent down for a couple, maybe a 2 count, maybe you get a
Mhm.
moment to do your signature taunt or whatever. No, he gets right up. And it's not even the fact that oh, he didn't sell the move. No, this is the Samoan werewolf. This is a freak of nature. It's not enough. So that goes into what Grizz was saying in regards to your Goldberg, your Brock Lesnar, your dominant forces, but more agile, more destructive, better on mic skills, pause if necessary, but
Mhm.
just better presentation and performance.
okay. All right. So let's go ahead and hit this KO and Cody match because we coming kind of close to that time. Who y'all got
Oh,
for
that is the
KO
last one.
Cody?
Okay, yeah. Oh man.
Oh man.
So I only seen
This is
I'll
a
go
toss
real
up.
quick because I haven't really seen KO wrestle. Um, I see a little bit here and there about Cody wrestling, but when I seen the clip of when KO was in one of the other ones, and he put somebody through a double ladder, I feel like this match is made for him.
Kevin crazy. KO's
Yeah.
crazy. KO's.
I feel like it's made for him.
He's not right.
So out of just feeling like if something is set up for somebody to win, I feel like he's gonna win. But like D said, Cody has to be in the main event at WrestleMania. So it's kind of a toss up. But are we making a way? Are we really making a way for the new faces to take over the wrestling world? Because if so, KO got to win it.
Oh, KO's not a new face though.
He's newer than Cody though.
Technically, he's not.
Not particularly.
And this is what I'm about
Remo-
that. Technically, he's not for people that just started watching right now on Netflix because Cody was part of AEW. Kevin's been here the entire time. Kevin was actually a Universal Champion when it was a red belt. So Kevin's been around for a little bit, but he's never got this is probably the biggest continuous push. He wasn't just getting burned and pushed in the background. Athletically, that man can do some stuff. Off top ropes, everything. He can do some crazy stuff. It's like the KO, the fighting Kev, always keeping going. Who are you picking again? Who you got?
I don't know now. Because now I'm sitting here thinking about.
Don't go with your heart. What your heart say? Who you picking tonight?
No, because I'm saying though.
You gotta go 5 for 5, yo.
Who
was it? 5? What you got?
Who just fought Cody the other week?
KO put him out of injury with that power driver. That wasn't really injured his neck, but it was a work. So he was out for a little bit with that. That was like the Hogan Tombstone version for Undertaker. But anyway, we didn't touch the match.
You know what? No,
anything.
Cody's gonna win.
Okay.
Cody's gonna win, and I'm looking at the picture, and you got Shawn Michaels standing there in the background, and I feel like it's too big of a moment to have KO win that match.
Ooh.
Cody is almost like one of the faces now. So I think it's too big of a moment right now for KO to win.
So make sure I'm correct. You're 5. All is.
I'm going Jay, Rhea, KO, or no, not KO, Cody, Braun. No, I didn't go Braun. I went Sheamus. Because somebody's messing it up for Braun.
Okay.
So Jay, Rhea, Cody, Sheamus, and Jacob.
Okay.
And only because somebody messes it up for Braun.
Okay. So if you're not 5 for 5, we gotta find some wrestling t-shirt, some stuff that we can start wearing on these podcasts. I got a shirt for you to wear, sir. I'll
do it. But like I said, disclaimer to my 5 for 5. I am picking like the person that's picking parlays that never know nothing about the sport.
You're right. I can't knock
and
you.
Somehow they end up winning.
He's making the popular picks.
Yeah. What you got, Kev?
What's that say? 25 points? Got it. Okay. This is tough because Grizz and I spoke in regards to just a little bit in depth in regards to storylines and how this match could go, how it should go. And honestly, I really don't know. I want to say Cody right now because with Roman out, Cody is the face. It may not really feel or seem that way at times, but Cody is the face. And I don't see Kevin Owens. I just think Cody's title is reserved. Whether it be for Roman or CM Punk, however this want to play out, like I feel as though it's reserved right now. So like, unfortunately, as decent, because I'm not 100% fan, I'm at 75%. I was at 80, and then we keep having the same matches. I'm a big stickler for like non-repeating matches that don't serve a purpose towards a overall ultimate storyline. So I just don't see the point of taking the title off of Cody with y'all making him the face and the whole mystique behind him and everything. Like I just don't see it. Could it happen? Yeah. But will it happen? Yeah. But I'm going with Cody.
All right, D, what you
In
got?
Texas, Dusty Rhodes. I'm going with Cody.
Try to make sure this pod gets done in an hour, so I can't be long. I make sure it's quick. You mentioned Legend Killer a while ago. I think the title is reserved. I think the title is reserved for Randy Orton to win the title off Cody. I do. I do. Really think somehow, some way they're gonna cross paths and they have to get that title. But I've also feel that if you're gonna go to Canada, somebody from Canada should maybe. I don't feel like there's a match going to happen again with Cody and them after this with Kevin. This is like Kevin's last chance with Cody. You know what throws me off, yo? Throws me off is the favor that CM Punk requested. That's what throws me off this whole WrestleMania thing. Because if you had CM Punk is going to be a part of WrestleMania, either favor from Paul or something. He's going to be a part of it. Roman has to be a part of it because he's the megastar. So is Cody above CM Punk or Roman moving forward? I would say no. So if there was a chance to lose the title, it probably should be tonight, which would lead to the dark era of Cody, which is going to be over the top for everyone when that comes. Because you've been giving glimpses of using different weapons, everything else. Some Homelander type vibes. But because the company is so massive right now with popularity and with business, there's no way Cody's losing tonight. There's no way. There's no way possible that Cody loses. I think Sami Zayn costs Kevin. And I think Sami causes Kevin, and then the Big Bang match for Canada will be Kevin versus Sami for the Eagle belt or whatever you want to call it, or just a side belt between them. I think side match between those two. I think Cody is going to clear the way for Randy Orton for WrestleMania.
Okay. All right.
Wait.
That's my prediction.
That's not bad. My fault. I'm just thinking out loud. That's not bad. I'm creating matches in my head. That's not bad, because if that was to take place,
yeah,
then we could have Cody Orton.
Yep.
We would have Roman Punk.
Mm-hmm.
We could potentially have.
But think about the matches you mentioned. None of those are title matches. I mean, like Punk and Roman don't have to be a title match.
Exactly. That's why I said that.
Without the title. So if you were to put Jay to be a champion, like Tyrell said, about him still having the actual pop for another night, if Roman, Cody, that's your big four, and they're over here for your night 2, your night 1 has to end with a banger. That would be Jay.
What better way to end a night 1 of WrestleMania than
Jay.
The whole stadium yeeting for 20 minutes straight?
Like, I don't know, maybe Jay versus Jacob. But anyway, just a thought.
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh,
that would hurt.
That's too soon.
No,
if Jay gets the title, that's too soon.
I'm saying down the road. It's going to happen.
I was about to say, that would hurt because Jay would lose quickly again.
Down the road, it's going to happen. So, yeah, that's what I got right now. I think Randy's title. I think Randy will get his title off of Cody. I think Randy will probably win the Rumble. And no one talks about it. Everyone's talking about all the other names, but no one's saying about Randy. Randy didn't come back when he did. At the same time, Punk came back. But he's been just chilling the whole time. And Randy is originally a part of the Evolution, and Triple H is going to make sure he's good.
All right. So, to end it out real quick, I think from the non-watching wrestler person, I'm thinking the matches should go to make this thing a banger throughout. Start with J and M. You can have either the Rhea match or the Jacob match. I'm sure it'll probably be a Rhea first, because like you said, it had to be like a commercial break, then Jacob and them. So Jay, Rhea, Jacob, the Braun match, and then ending with the KO match.
Solid order.
And I can still see the Rhea and the Jacob match flip-flop, either one. But I'm thinking Rhea second. If it goes like that, I feel like the show can be complete, straight off the top, and stay up top. I feel like if you start with anything else, because who knows, Braun and Sheamus, I don't feel like that's going to be too crazy of a match, but it'll be good enough to hold you over until the last match.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Roundtable. As you see, Ghostfeed Network. I am interested. Kev, I got something I want to talk to y'all about.
He's thinking about that.
We need to have a basketball conversation.
Because I'm listening and just organizing in my head in regards to what you said, how the matches would go.
Yeah.
Because remember, I started it off with Braun and Sheamus, but then I'm wondering now, in regards to momentum into like the next segment, how would I do it? So I might have to go with Rel's first match with Jay and Gunther, and then
Mhm.
follow that up with potentially either no, because Rhea has to go. Rhea would probably go on later in the night if it wasn't for Nia. Sorry, Nia.
So what you got?
My fault. Like I said, I'm still down.
It's cool.
I got stuck because I'm trying to think about how this could really go for the night to be perfect. Like we all agreed that it's going to be Cody and KO to end the night.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
just a matter of who starts the night and then the momentum into the rest of the matches. I would like to think the match before Cody and KO shouldn't overshadow Cody and KO. So that would
Mhm.
probably be either Jacob and Braun or Nia and Rhea. Because if you put Gunther and Jay, then that puts a lot of pressure on KO and them for this ladder
Right.
match.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They got to go first. And I don't think they're going to make, like, no disrespect to them, but I don't think they're going to make the women's match fourth.
It could. If it's a quick
Um,
10 minutes.
I'm going girls first, followed by the girls. I am actually going to go with. I'm going to go with Braun and then Jacob as number 2. Then after Braun and Jacob, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with Jay being number 2. I think Jay's the match number 2.
I'm trying to tell
Yeah.
y'all, watch.
No.
When it happens,
I know.
and
I'm
you
cool.
come
Okay.
out to start the show.
I would love to.
I'm
But
a
here's my
messenger.
reason why. Here's my reason why. The girls go first in case people get late. It's, no offense, they're not gonna care. I think they should care, but I'm just being real. They're not. Other of all the matches to miss, I don't think people come in late. Okay, I go girls first, followed by the girls. Like you said, you can't just go championship for back to back because it's gonna be a lot of pressure, right? So I personally think you need to get the crowd crazy. So I think the next match you go with, it's probably going to have to be Jay and Gunther. Then you have to have like a little fizzle match down on that. You have Sheamus and them next. Then before Sheamus and them, that's when you do Jacob to get the crowd crazy excited for the final match being Cody. In my personal opinion.
See, that's why Jacob and them got to go third though.
No, I'm just saying. I just think the girls can't. I don't think the girls fit in the middle. I feel like people are going to get up and use the bathroom.
That's perfect.
But that's my personal opinion.
Jay,
but yo, listen,
Jay,
we gotta drop
women's,
this pod, bro.
Jacob,
It's already.
Sheamus.
What time is it? This thing
It's
pops up at 8:00. We gotta
6:45.
We gotta drop this pod. We gotta drop it. We gotta make some cuts out of this thing.
Yeah.
I'm okay with doing like if y'all want to go live.
I got the order. Yeah, I got the order. Hold on. I'm sorry. I know we're trying to end it. I just got the order. I can't even get back in my phone now. There you go. FaceTime. Boom. I'm going. And I'm gonna follow Rel, which is hilarious because he not hilarious because like anything insulting is the fact that like he has the least exposure or insight in regards to wrestling, but at the same time he knows what he's talking about. He knows entertainment. He knows like if he was watching a product, what he would like to see. And then just based upon his analysis with Jay and everything, so I'm going to go with that. So no slander ever. I'm going to go with that. So let's start off with that title match. The next thing I would do would keep the momentum going. I would probably either do Jacob and Braun, or I would do Braun and Sheamus.
Okay.
Then go into Nia Jax in that quick 10 minutes. And then end the night out with Cody and them. So Gunther.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I'll go Gunther. Gunther. No, I'll go Gunther. Gunther, Braun, Jacob, Rhea, then Cody.
All right.
I will leave the ladies right before, so that way you still had your Intercontinental match, because I don't think Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax is a title match. It's just like a brawl. It's just a fight.
I don't
think
think
Rhea put her
championship
title
on
on
it.
the line.
It says
Her title's on
championship.
the line.
Yeah.
Oh, then this is this is going to be 10 minutes.
I think the
So,
only one that's not a title match is the Jacob match.
And that tells you
Yeah.
how popular this man is, that he's on this card without even having a title.
Right.
But we're going to talk about it. Please, ladies and
we know
gentlemen.
who it's not for about.
Peacock, please watch it. I'm going to text y'all in the middle of the match. Let y'all know. We were texting. What size shirt you wear, bro? We got to get you with the Hulk Hogan shirt.
It don't matter because I'm going 5 for 5.
We wear the Hulk Hogan shirt for you for the next. So we're going.
We should write. He has his 5. What are your 5? We should compare who gets the best 5 by the end. And
I'm
we
gonna
decide
text
to do a recap.
I got
We
you.
decide to do that. All right.
I got you. We're going to text it, keep record.
It's on record. It's on record.
Keep record. We're going to keep record for y'all.
His on record. All right.
But yo,
all right. Until next
peace and
time.
love. Rel, you drop the pod. We're going to share the pod. But I also want to do a basketball podcast with y'all too. But we're going to talk about that later.
Oh man.
All right.
Oh man.
We'll see y'all next time.
See.